The cost cap scandal is heating up in Formula One. Red Bull is raising concerns about financial tricks being used behind the scenes. With many top Red Bull stars leaving for other teams, Helmut Marko claims they can't compete with the big salaries being offered. This brings up questions about whether other teams are playing by the rules, just like Red Bull in 2021. Daniel Ricciardo, a name that resonates with Formula One fans, is facing a challenging moment in his career. This year, he won't be competing at the Austin Grand Prix, a race that has been special to him. Red Bull Racing has dropped him after the recent Singapore Grand Prix, and sadly, he's not going to be there in any capacity at all with the team. And this statement from Red Bull echoes the disappointment of fans who have cherished Ricciardo's vibrant personality on the track. Things were supposed to be different. Austin had planned to honor Ricciardo by giving him the keys to the city. It's a tradition they hold dear, celebrating the contributions of notable individuals. The city recognized Ricciardo's impact on the Grand Prix and his entertaining character over the years. However, since he won't be there to accept this honor, the occasion feels empty. The excitement surrounding this event was palpable, and it's a real shame it won't happen. In addition to the honor, Ricciardo's clothing brand, DR3, was set to have a pop-up shop in Austin on October 18th, 19, just before the Grand Prix weekend. This was not just a commercial endeavor, it was a chance for fans to connect with Ricciardo outside the racing world. The announcement was made in collaboration with Cash App, which has partnered with Red Bull Racing, largely due to Ricciardo's influence. Yet with Ricciardo no longer driving, the excitement surrounding the pop-up shop has diminished. It leaves fans and supporters wondering what will happen next. Switching gears to Felipe Drugovich, a driver who hasn't received as much attention. Despite his success in Formula 2, where he was a champion, Drugovich is still waiting for his break in Formula 1. Ideally, he wants the opportunity in Formula 1. Yet his dreams are on hold, while Lance Stroll occupies the seat. Drugovich will have his chance during the first free practice session of the Mexico Grand Prix, replacing Fernando Alonso. He is even putting in countless hours back at the factory, focusing on car development and simulations, hoping to impress the team. His talent is undeniable. He won Formula 2 just a couple of years ago. Yet it seems the odds are stacked against him, especially as rookies are starting to shine in the sport. As we observe the current landscape of Formula 1, young talent is rising. Drivers like Colapinto are proving that rookies can excel in this competitive environment. Alexander Albon noted how rookies are kind of back in fashion right now, showcasing a shift in team strategies. This shift is interesting, considering the criticism surrounding veteran drivers like Nico Hülkenberg. Many believed that young drivers should get more chances, and now we see teams willing to take that risk. Albon's comments highlight the importance of fresh talent in the sport. Ricciardo's situation is complex, especially with promising talents like Colapinto emerging. As teams reassess their strategies, the future may hold opportunities for newcomers, leaving established drivers like Ricciardo in precarious positions. The question looms, what's next for Ricciardo? With his charisma and skills, fans hope to see him return, even if it's not in a Red Bull seat. Lando versus Max. The championship battle heats up in Brazil. Further, as the Formula One season unfolds, all eyes are on the championship battle between Lando Norris and Max Verstappen. With both drivers vying for supremacy, the stakes are high as they arrive in Brazil. This situation adds another layer of excitement to the ongoing championship fight between these two talented racers. Lando Norris and Max Verstappen are no strangers to the podium. They have consistently been the most frequent podium pair this season, with Lando sharing the stage not only with Max, but also with prominent drivers like Lewis Hamilton and Charles Leclerc. It's interesting to note that despite their fierce competition, Lando and Max have only shared 4 podiums together. This statistic reveals the competitive nature of Formula One and how various drivers are vying for glory. During this championship season, we've seen numerous thrilling moments, but one weekend stands out, the Austrian Grand Prix. That weekend may go down as one of the most critical Grand Prix weekends, Lando remarked. George Russell claimed a surprising victory, but it was the clash between Lando and Max that caught everyone's attention. The Austrian Grand Prix was pivotal, showcasing the intensity of the battle between Lando and Max. In the first stint, Lando struggled to keep pace with Max. However, as the race progressed, he gained momentum and closed the gap significantly. "I went for the pass on 3 or 4 occasions," Lando recalled, highlighting his determination to challenge Max. But the drama unfolded when Max defended his position aggressively, pushing Lando off the track and causing a collision. This incident forced Lando to retire from the race. "I had to pit and called it a day," he said, reflecting on the frustration of that moment. Meanwhile, Max, despite suffering damage to his car, managed to recover and secure valuable points. In the aftermath, Lando felt that this incident had significant repercussions on his championship hopes. "When this happens, I feel like the title is over," he admitted. At that moment, Max extended his lead in the championship, solidifying his status as the front-runner. In hindsight, Lando Norris shared a unique perspective on his battle with Max Verstappen, stating, "I feel like I probably won the battle by taking the fight to him." Despite not scoring points that day, Lando showcased his determination to compete hard against Max. He believes that mental fortitude is crucial in Formula One, drawing parallels to the fierce rivalries of the past, like the 2021 incident between Lewis Hamilton and Max at Silverstone. Lando further focused on the importance of earning respect on the track, explaining that to challenge Max, he must demonstrate his capability to race aggressively. Echoing Ayrton Senna's uncompromising spirit, Lando aims to establish a psychological edge in their rivalry. As they head into Brazil, Lando's reflections suggest he's mentally ready for the challenges ahead, and his experience against one of the sport's best will shape this championship season. Remember when Lando Norris dominated the Dutch GP, winning by over 20 seconds, and cheekily saying, "Simply lovely"? This remark stirred up some drama, with suggestions that Max Verstappen wouldn't be pleased, especially since it overshadowed his home race. Interestingly, Max has now trademarked "Simply Lovely" for clothing, although Lando can still use the phrase without facing legal issues. This trademark was filed back in May, indicating it wasn't a direct response to Lando. Meanwhile, Red Bull is facing its own challenges, with Helmut Marko questioning whether rivals are adhering to rules while poaching their staff, including recent departures like Dan Fellows to Aston Martin. Cost cap drama. The impact of the cost cap on team dynamics and employee retention in Formula One has become a hot topic, particularly with how it influences talent movement across teams. With key figures like Rob Marshall moving from Red Bull to McLaren, it highlights how top talent is often lured away with lucrative offers, which are increasingly challenging for teams like Red Bull to match under the financial constraints of the budget cap. Historically, during periods of dominance, teams like Mercedes and Red Bull managed to retain staff by offering competitive salaries. However, the introduction of the $135 million budget cap has shifted the landscape. Teams can no longer simply match the salaries offered by competitors if they exceed their financial limits. As Helmut Marko pointed out, the allure of higher salaries elsewhere can be irresistible, especially when some teams may be finding creative ways to work around the cost cap, such as through exemptions for top earners. Interestingly, the financial structure has led to a scenario where teams with fewer employees can afford to pay more to their top staff members. This could explain why some teams are reportedly offering staggering salaries to entice engineers and other key personnel. The perception is that while Red Bull excels on track, they might be struggling to keep their workforce intact due to financial limitations, leading to questions about the integrity of financial reporting across teams. Moreover, the shift in management style following the loss of influential figures like Dietrich Mateschitz may have also contributed to employee turnover. Marko's candid reflections on the organization's transformation highlight how the team's culture has changed, making it less appealing to long-standing members who thrive in dynamic environments. As for Max Verstappen, his commitment to Red Bull reflects a desire for stability in an industry known for frequent changes. His potential championship win would mark a unique achievement, especially considering the performance of his teammate. While the community may doubt Perez's prospects of climbing up the standings, it's clear that the competitive nature of Formula One ensures that nothing is set in stone. So what do you think of Red Bull's financial issues? Comment below your views and subscribe for more such videos.